Gift ideas for hockey players. It's that time of the year. We didn't do one of these last year, but we're going to be doing one for 2024. Now, to help break down the products and make them a bit easier for me to kind of explain to you, or my recommendations, I want to separate them into two categories. I don't want to use the word cheap because that can mean different things to different people. Now, the way I'm going to break it down is not as expensive and expensive, which makes it nice and easy for you to figure out which one of these categories makes the most sense for you based on what you want to spend. Now, of course, we're going to kick this off with the not as expensive category. And of course, before we jump into the video, if you haven't done so already, make sure that you thumbs up and also subscribe if you like these types of videos. Comment down below with what you think is the perfect gift idea for a hockey player, or better yet, let me know what you're hoping you get this Christmas in the comment section down below. But make sure you thumbs up, you subscribe, and let's jump into the video. And in case I forget to say it later on in the video, happy holidays. Now, the first one I think is going to be something that any hockey player, regardless of age or ability, would appreciate, and that's going to be hockey merch. Whether that's hats, hoodies, t-shirts, custom jerseys. I think, especially if you're in North America or even Scandinavia going into the ODR season, these are great additions to have. Beanie hats, those are things that any hockey player is going to appreciate. Now, shameless plug, of course, it's going to be hockey tutorial merch, like this stick curve t-shirt that I'm wearing and the stick curve hat. P28 is the curve that I use on my sticks, so of course that's the merch that I'm rocking. We have other stick curves available as well. We also have the I Am Hockey hoodies that come in black and also beige, and also the I Am Hockey sweatshirts. We also have custom jerseys that are available for you to pick up with your name, your number, and your country flag on the back. The camo jerseys that Tommy has been wearing for the better part of 6 years on the channel, that one's gone, but there's a new HT custom jersey that's been released that also has kind of like some camo elements to it. Feel free to check that out, and that's going to be the next jersey you're going to see myself and also Tommy rocking when we're on the ice. Now, next up from there, it's going to be some of the things that I think are obvious, but if a player doesn't have them or they need new ones, it's never going to go amiss. That's going to be anything from hockey pucks to pucks that you can use on the streets, whether that's the Zeno puck, green biscuits, or also a puck that we're going to be releasing a prototype video of very shortly. We can only give you a sneak peek of it, but that is coming, so stay tuned for that. If it's stuff like that, pucks that players can use out on the streets, in the front of their driveways, in the gardens, that's always going to be something that goes incredibly well for any hockey player as a gift idea. And of course, make sure that you are putting a hockey wraparound on the end of your stick blade, a genuine hockey wraparound, to protect your hockey sticks while you're using them on asphalt or on the streets, so you can play street hockey or just practice. Those again are always going to be products that any hockey player will appreciate. Now, another one is going to be a mouth guard. Now, that might sound like a pretty dead idea for a gift. Who wants a mouth guard as a gift under the Christmas tree? But wait, if it's a custom mouth guard, custom anything in hockey just elevates the product. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's custom, it gets a green tick. Now, custom mouth guards from TrueFit Custom Mouth Guards, the best mouth guards that I've ever come across in hockey from a protection standpoint, and also more importantly, comfortable and ability to breathe and talk. The comfort of these mouth guards is second to none. I've not found one mouthguard out there that protects you the same and also allows you the freedom to speak, to drink water, to be able to just play hockey without feeling like you're choking on something. And on top of that, they do custom mouthguards. All their mouthguards are custom. You can have your team colors, you can have your initials or your jersey number on the mouthguards, or even your team initials, whatever you want. But the custom color option I think is sweet. And it's the sort of present that I think any hockey player getting, it's not only something that's incredibly functional, but it's something that's pretty damn cool to have under the tree as well. Now, of course, we're still in the not as expensive category, KYC sticks. If you're looking for a hockey stick, these are the sticks of 2024, in my opinion. The big brands always do a great job. We know that, it's what they do. But this is a new brand that stepped in, based in Canada, that is creating sticks that are arguably some of the best sticks we've come across. The sticks are definitely incredibly affordable based on the performance, and also some of the stick ranking videos that you guys have seen us put out, where we've ranked them against some of the big brand names, so you can see where these sticks come. Now, KYC's standard retail stick is definitely something that I would class as affordable if you're looking for a high performance stick without spending $400 on the stick. So that's definitely one that goes into the not as expensive category. And also we're going to touch on what they do from a custom standpoint in the expensive category. Now, if we're talking about affordable sticks, I know KYC currently is available in North America. If you are on the other side of the pond or the Atlantic Ocean, Europe or the UK, Barrel. Barrel Hockey are based out in Latvia, and these guys make incredibly affordable sticks. It is the ultimate beer league stick, but it still rivals some of the other big brands that are out there. This would be another fantastic option if you're looking to get your hockey player a stick and you're not trying to blow up your bank balance. Of course, anything that I mentioned in this video, there'll be links down below so you can check out the reviews of the products mentioned, whether that's Barrel hockey sticks to see how they rank up against some of the other stick brands that are out there, or KYC sticks. All the videos will be linked down below. And if there's any discount codes for you guys to be able to pick them up, those will also be down below. Now, I'm not gonna go anywhere without mentioning the best hockey jock that I've ever used, which is Diamond MMA. We featured these guys in a bunch of different videos. This is something that's needed. Doesn't matter what level you play at hockey, you wanna protect your meat and 2 veg. I'll link all the videos down below again, but Diamond MMA make the most comfortable and the most secure and protective jock that I've ever used. Their cup doesn't shift, doesn't pinch anything, it doesn't allow anything to pop out. They are fantastic. If you want to see the full review, that's down below. But if any hockey player needs a new jock that's not going to keep them uncomfortable on the ice, Diamond MMA is the way to go. Now, I'm not going to go any further without, of course, mentioning something that is obvious and again, something that any hockey player is going to appreciate. Tape. All the tape that we have on this channel is best damn tape. I'll link a video down below if you want to see where their website is so you can see what they produce, but it's amazing quality. It doesn't tear on you like some of the other tape brands that are out there when you don't want it to. It's really high quality stuff and we love what these guys are doing. So the link will be down below to check that out, but tape is something that any hockey player, again, will appreciate, whether that's clear or black and white, depending on what they prefer on their stick. Tape, you can't go wrong. Last but not least in this category is going to be the Conway & Banks bag. We've got to obviously look at a hockey bag. If they get beaten up, they get torn up, they get filthy. It's something that at some point every hockey player is going to need replaced. The great thing about the Conway & Banks bags is not only are they stylish, not only is the name based off of the Mighty Ducks movies, but it also is an incredibly functional bag. Inside, it's really, really high quality vinyl and it's yellow. It has also storage dividers inside the bag so you can separate all of your equipment. So if something's missing, you can see it immediately. It also keeps it organized so it's easy to find stuff and grab stuff when you're in the locker room. And the base of the bag really does reflect light. So even if you're in a low lit locker room, it's easy to be able to spot anything inside your bag. It has an attached mat. So if you're changing after a shower, you don't have to get your clean socks soaking wet from the locker room floors. The bag is incredibly functional and it looks incredibly nice. I have a white one. I know a lot of people rip me for that and they think it doesn't make sense, but that bag is just over there in the studio. It's holding up completely fine, but they have a bunch of other colors that you guys can pick up on. And they also do limited edition runs of different designs as well. So make sure you check out Conway & Banks bags. As always, link will be down below in the video description if you want to get yourself or a hockey player a brand new hockey bag. Okay, brace yourselves guys. Now this takes us onto the expensive category of these products that I'm going to be suggesting. Now, the first one I think is going to be one of the things that any hockey player would dream of having, and it's something that for the longest of times that I would see online, I wished I could get my hands on, and that's synthetic ice. To date, the best synthetic ice company is going to be the Swiss-based brand Glice. You guys remember over the summertime, I set up an outdoor rink in the front of my house by my driveway where I could skate, rip pucks on a net, practice my edge control. Like, it was incredible being able to work on actual things that you do on the ice in front of my house. That was something that was completely new to me. I hadn't used synthetic ice of that quality. So if you're looking for synthetic ice to kit out your garage, your back garden, to build a rink that doesn't need to be maintained with a cold temperature or chemicals or different pieces of equipment to keep the ice, the real ice, cold, which is incredibly costly, and you want to go with the next best thing, which is going to be Glice Synthetic. Now, I'm not going to tell you that this performs exactly like ice because nothing does, but it's the closest I've ever come to using something that actually resembles what you use on the ice in terms of the feel, in terms of the bite from your blades, and of course, the practicality of the way it works. So if you're looking for high quality synthetic, Glice is going to be the best company to go for. Next up from there is going to be nets. I think those are always something that can be appreciated. A standard hockey net can get a bit boring if you don't have cool targets to use. There are a bunch of targets out there that are fun to shoot at, but for me, right now, not in the past, right now, I don't have any nets that have targets that I feel are engaging for myself. I tend to get bored just ripping at the sort of targets that you hang up. If there's any targets out there that we don't know about, link them down below so we can check them out. Comment down below so we can have a look. But where I'm going with this is Winwell make nets that aren't just your standard hockey nets. They make some that have some pretty interesting shapes to them. My favorite one is the one that has lots of different circles that was actually on my synthetic ice setup in front of my house. This net is so addictive to shoot at. It makes you want to perfect putting the puck top left, top right. It's an awesome net. And I think regardless of what of the age group of the hockey player, it's something that they will love to just rip pucks at. But the one thing I will mention is because of the shape of the net, the ricochets can be pretty damn crazy. So that's the only thing you have to look out for, but it's an awesome net to pick up. Now, these nets can be much more expensive compared to your regular nets, but I think as a hockey player, as a present, that would be an ace thing to be able to get. Now, a product I've got to mention that got me really excited. It's weird. Skates and sticks are awesome and I love taking a look at them, but hockey accessories actually get me more excited. Skate sharpeners, bags, accessories, helmets, that's the stuff that I really get like crazy for and excited to tear apart in a studio and kind of give you the breakdown of what it's like. And for me right now, it's going to be the 43-degree hockey bag. This is a heated hockey bag, which encompasses so much that I love. Sanitization. You guys know that, or even if you don't know, I think it's pretty obvious that I'm a big fan of keeping my hockey equipment smell-free. Hockey players think that it's part of the game, that's cool, but I completely disagree with that. I just don't get why your equipment has to smell like crap. That's something that I've never understood, and it's something that's so preventable, just drying it out. Now, some of the bags that we've looked at previously do a good job of allowing air to go through the bag, but the bag from 43 Degree Sports is something completely different. It has heating elements inside the bag that actually heat the bag up, heat the equipment up, and kill the bacteria that's inside your gear. So whether your equipment is already stinky, this will sort it out. And if you've got brand new gear that doesn't smell, then of course it's gonna maintain that and make sure that it doesn't happen. But this bag heats up your gear, kills the bacteria, keeps your gear stopping from it building up mold or, ample bacteria inside it, which contributes towards your equipment breaking down prematurely. And let's talk about rust. I know a lot of skates now have parts that don't rust, but drying your skates is so important after every single use to make sure that they last as long as they possibly can. Doesn't matter how new they are, whatever brand they are, it's important to dry them underneath the footbeds, underneath the blades, just to make sure that you get the most out of them. This bag takes care of all of that type of stuff for you. But more importantly, how nice is it to step onto the ice after playing hockey yesterday, stepping on the ice today and not having to use cold, soggy gloves? Now for me, this is especially relevant during ODR season. I don't want to stick my hand in my mitts and they're damp, they're soggy, they stink, and they're cold. This bag takes care of all of that for you. You can see how excited I am for it. There's no coupon codes. I'm not getting any kickback from this. I just think it's a sick bag, and it's definitely something any hockey player would appreciate, especially this time of the year. Also think about tournaments. You're off and on the ice, off and on the ice. Imagine being able to come back to your equipment dry anytime that you need to use it. I think that's a big, big win and something that any hockey player would appreciate. We've got one of these bags. I've been waiting desperately for a long time to get one in the UK. It's something that, of course, is probably going to be available for the North American audience only. I know, Europe, UK, don't go mad at me. I know that the company is working on being able to resolve that, but bear with me. I just think this is a sick bag that you guys should check out. The link will be down below in the video description. We don't have a review of it yet, but if you want to see one, please comment, let me know, and we'll make that happen. Now, next up is going to be something that I think isn't too obvious, and that's going to be an action camera. Whether you're a beer leaguer or even somebody that plays competitively, I think having an action camera either strapped to your chest or on your helmet is pretty cool to be able to get your pickup games, your scrimmages, or if you're lucky enough to be able to play ODR. It's something that goes without saying. Anyone wants to be able to look at their highlights, their best moments, their dangles, their awesome goals and passes. So I think getting an action camera for a hockey player, regardless of their age, would be something fun to also keep them maybe engaged in posting videos online, because at the end of the day, who knew that you could actually make a career from making hockey content? I think that's one of the best gifts that hockey has been able to give me personally. So getting anyone into creating content and posting it, I think, is an awesome way to get them motivated and excited to get back on the ice time and time again. So I think an action camera, whether it's GoPro or something from DJI, I think those would be a really, really big hit for any hockey player that's out there. Now on to skates. This is definitely going to be something that you guys will agree fits into the expensive category. With skates, the big brands are always doing a good job, but special mentions to True and CCM, who in my opinion are making the best hockey skates that you can get right now. Now that's not me dumping on Bauer, it's just where the industry is at. If you disagree with me, comment down below and tell me why. But True and CCM, whether it's the new Catalyst range from True, or if it's the new FT6 Pros, which are a little bit more dated and, I'm sure they're going to be replaced pretty soon, or if it's the brand new XF Pros, and we can't go without talking about the Tacx 652s, which are the classic CCM Tacx boot that they've brought back the design of and applied it to the XF Pros. These would be a fantastic present for anyone to pick up, and also the new Catalyst skates from True, which I think are probably the best skates of 2024 from a retail perspective, but that's maybe a video that we do later. Awards, right? End of year hockey tutorial awards. We'll do that this year. We'll get into that. I digress. those types of skates are going to be a big hit for pretty much anyone. And if you're a Bauer player, I'd suggest going for the Hyperlight 2s over the brand new Shadow skates. You've seen the videos, I'm sure. If you haven't, I'll link them down below. Surprisingly, I can't believe I said that, but I'm joking. But that's what I would suggest. So skates are always going to be a big hit. The brand new CCM tax skates with that 652 graphic, those will go miles and miles and miles for any hockey player that's out there, if you're still able to get a pair, if they're still in stock. Now, pivoting from there, still looking at skates, is going to be SMUs. Now, they're only available at Source for Sports stores like Just Hockey Toronto, which I'll link down below. Awesome store, awesome staff. Those skates are so under-promoted online, especially by the big brands. I think SMU Skates would suit a massive portion of players that are out there. So if you're looking to get your hockey player a new pair of skates, SMUs, the Matrix SMUs from Bauer, I think are phenomenal. You're getting high-end features on a skate that doesn't have a high-end price. Or the control skates from CCM, also phenomenal skates, high-end features on a skate that doesn't break the bank. I haven't taken a look at True's ARC SMUs. As soon as I can get a pair of those here in the UK, I will definitely be doing a video on them. But based on True's new Catalyst range, I can't imagine that they're going to be a miss. I think they'll also be a slam dunk, but wait until I can get a pair and we'll give you a video of all of the SMUs against each other. But don't forget about SMUs. And side note, we can't talk about skates and not talk about the new brand that's entering skate manufacturing for hockey players. That's going to be Rush. We looked at their prototype skate just a few months back and we're waiting for the retail ready version to be able to be delivered to us so we can give you a full review of that one after they've made all the tweaks that they needed to based on the feedback they got from other players and also from the video that we created. I'm really excited about that. But they also now have youth skates and also intermediate skates. I think those are also a definite slam dunk. I think those skates are phenomenal value for money based on the features, the comfort, and also surprisingly the stiffness in the intermediate skates. Them being intermediate, I thought they would be incredibly soft, but they are very, very stiff. So if you're looking for a pair of skates, either for a junior player, intermediate sized player, or even a senior player, I would definitely look at Rush as a brand. I think that they're doing really great things, and it's so nice to see a new skate brand being introduced. More importantly, one that listens to feedback from players that aren't NHLers. Rush took all of the comments from the last video that we posted, looked into it, and then decided that, yup, do you know what these players are saying actually makes sense, and applied those changes to the skate in terms of the tongue, also the blackout design. That's great. That's what you want. A company that actually listens to the players that they are making equipment for. So if you're looking for a new pair of skates, whether you're a younger player or a senior player, definitely take a look at Rush. And of course, we're going to have reviews of their youth skates, intermediate skates, and their senior skates available online as soon as we can. Now on to sticks. Now sticks is a messy one right now because there's so much to choose from. We know that Bauer's been dropping some insane sticks. The Twitch, I think that's an incredibly good stick. I think on the channel we kind of lean towards the Tracer more than the Twitch based on its performance, but I think Warrior this year have absolutely killed it with their latest release. That stick is an absolute weapon. And in addition to that, of course, we can't neglect CCM. It's what makes it so hard. All of the new releases this year, especially the low kick point sticks, are serious weapons, and it makes it really hard to go, hey, buy this one. So you can't really go wrong. Warrior, absolute weapon. I definitely recommend that. CCM's latest trigger stick, I'd recommend that. The Bauer Tracer, I'd recommend that. If you're looking at the standard brands that are out there. And of course, we can't also forget Sherwood. I would actually pick their last year's code over the new one, but that's a video that we're yet to release that will be coming out probably a few days after you watch this one, so that will all be explained there. But all of the brands right now are doing a phenomenal job with sticks. Of course, some are maybe outperforming others, but we've got the low kick point stick battle for you to check out, and also the mid and hybrid kick point video for you to check out if you want to see which sticks came up on top. And I think Tommy later on the same month in December is going to be dropping his year roundup and stick review, kind of like his ranking of every single stick based on his performance for 2024. So that's going to be a pretty sick video to check out. I also wanted to touch on KYC because they do custom sticks. It's why I wanted to leave this for the expensive category and not the not as expensive, because custom means you're ordering a minimum amount, so it's of course going to cost a lot more than buying one stick. But their custom option is something that's definitely worth considering if you've ever wanted a custom stick, because I know it's not so easy to get some from other manufacturers out there, probably excluding Bauer. Their custom stick option means you can pick pretty much whatever flex you want. You can pick from a ton of different stick curves if there's a particular curve that you want that isn't available anymore. Aside from that, of course, you get to pick the graphics of the stick. So custom is definitely going to be an expensive one to go for, but it would be a sick option to have for any hockey player that's out there. Now from there, of course, it's going to be the Sparks. This is something that goes without saying. It's something that gives you back time, it gives you convenience, and it gives you peace of mind. And depending on how many of you play hockey in the same household or for your team, will save you a crap load of money over time. Having your own skate sharpener at home It's probably one of the most significant products that I can think of that kind of like changed the game for us, because living in the UK, the closest hockey shop to me is over an hour's drive. So it's not somewhere you can just pop in quickly to get done. That'd be a 2-hour round trip, not including the time I spend in the store to get my skates sharpened. So being able to take that kind of like back and have the control of being able to do that myself is something that I know a lot of players, a lot of parents will really appreciate being able to have. So having a Sparks machine, it's one of the best products that has ever been created in hockey, and it is the best at-home skate sharpener. So if you want to see the videos that we've shot on that will be down below in the video description, so you can look at the different models they offer and figure out which one is the best for you. But a Sparks home skate sharpener, it's the #1 gift idea for me personally, because the only other product that's changed the scope of the way we do things is having a skate oven at home, but that doesn't really apply to you guys unless you're going through, 30 pairs of skates in a year. So for us, the skate oven is a big win. I'm digressing again, but the Spark skate sharpener, hands down, it's the type of product that any hockey player would love to have, and I think it makes an awesome 10 out of 10 gift idea. Last but not least, guys, is going to be the NHL Sens Arena. This is a video that we actually dropped, just the last video actually, where we looked at the VR hockey cognitive training system. This thing is not only incredibly entertaining and feels like a game, feels like a hockey video game, but you're actually able to work on cognitive skills that are directly transferable onto the ice. It's one of the best things that I've ever seen come out for hockey players because of the improvements and advancements in technology that we have. Imagine having something like this in the early 2000s or the 90s. It would have revolutionized the game for sure. This is a training system that is definitely something that any hockey player will become addicted to playing, which is one of the reasons it makes such a great gift. You don't feel like you're training, you feel like you're playing a game, and you're building and developing skills that will help you cognitively on the ice. So NHL Sens Arena, it goes without saying, it's a fantastic gift for any serious hockey players out there, or even recreational hockey players that want to improve their hockey sense and their hockey IQ. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video and we've been able to share some great gift ideas at different price points, different categories for different players that are out there. If there's anything that you feel like we've missed out, or any gift ideas that you think are awesome that we've not covered in the video, comment down below and let me know what those are. But big thank you for watching, guys. All the links you need to any videos that we filmed on the products mentioned, or links to go check the products out, will be down below in the video description. Big thank you for watching, guys. Happy holidays and take care till next time.